good, Horror Horde? This is your boy Horror Gamer back with another video for you. And as we know, we're only a couple days away from the Resident Evil 2 remake. Your boy Horror Gamer is super pumped. I mean, I'm talking about fucking piss on the fire, call in the dogs. It's time to sit down, get the family together, and play Resident Evil 2 Remake. Excited. So, I decided that this week I'm going to release a few videos in building up to the release of Resident Evil 2 Remake. And each video is going to be a little different. Like my last video was about all the hate that Resident Evil 2 is getting for some reason, and the game hasn't even dropped yet. I don't know. This video, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. It's going to be story time with your boy Horror Gamer. So grab your favorite snack, popcorn, soda, whatever. Sit down and enjoy this little tale I like to call, I don't know what I'd call it, to be honest with you. Basically, this is the story of the original Resident Evil 2 fan remake that was that close to being released. Okay, so we all know, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, there was this fan-made Resident Evil 2 remake making its rounds, if you will, footage on YouTube, with Resident Evil 2 with updated graphics on the Unreal Engine. And then one day it goes bye-bye. It gets scrapped. And everybody's wondering, what the hell happened? Why is this game gone? This game looked amazing. It was Resident Evil 2, but with updated graphics. It looked good. And then, I don't know, a little bit later we get the announcement from Capcom that the actual Resident Evil 2 remake is happening. So I looked into it, and apparently Capcom, reached out to these fans who were developing this game and basically told them to stop. Resident Evil is a licensed product, and we need you to stop making this game. And then a whole whirlwind shit show started, about how Capcom is the dark side of video games, and they're the enemy to the private developer, and they're just like the Darth Vader of video game developers, and they're evil, and yada yada yada. Okay. But what a lot of people might not know is, they told these people to stop making this game, but they did fly a couple of these developers out to the Capcom headquarters. That even sounds bad as the Capcom headquarters. What fucking is Cobra sitting there with his cat? But no, anyway, flew them out to the Capcom headquarters, sat them down and actually talked to them, brought them on as part of the team to make this new Resident Evil 2 remake. So this development company, this evil entity in video games, actually took fans, because that's what these people were who made this game. They were fans of the game. They weren't making any money off it. They were just porting it and bringing it out to us. They weren't making money off it. They weren't charging nobody for it. And Capcom reached out and said, hey, you need to stop. But come on over. Let's do this together, basically. Let's work as a team and make this game. What do you think we should do? And Capcom actually sat down and listened to these people, took notes and everything. I don't know how deep like these people got into the project, like if they actually started working for Capcom to help them make it, but I do know Capcom asked them, how they would portray this game, took down notes and everything, and had them be a part of it. I'm sorry, but that's fucking awesome. Like, what better way to make a game that fans want than to actually sit down and ask the fans? To literally sit down and ask the fans. Like, that shows me that Capcom cares about what we think. They care. They care because, hey, they gave us what we wanted. We've been knocking down the doors to Capcom with a Resident Evil 2 remake for how long? And we finally got it. Yeah, at one point, we thought that Resident Evil 2 was in video game hell because, we do it, and then we don't see shit. You know what I mean? For like 3 years. Sorry, my camera moved. My dog is acting all freaky deaky and rubbing on the floor, and I kicked the fucking tripod. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we do it, and then we don't see shit for like 3 years. And then everybody's like, oh my god, did it die before it got started? And then, with the saving grace, E3 2018, we get the Resident Evil 2 teaser trailer. So, I am super pumped that we finally have a video game development company who cares about their fans and cares about what we think and fucking focus. God. I'm not saying they're the only ones who do that, but to bring someone else in who they obviously saw had skill, that took the original and made that fan favorite, or that fan made with the Unreal Engine. They obviously saw that there was skill there, but they obviously also saw that these people were fans of the game and they love this game as much as possibly Capcom loves it. Because Resident Evil 2 is one of Capcom's babies. It's one of them. Let's be honest. I'm a diehard Resident Evil fan if you haven't taken notice. I've been with the series since the Jill Sandwich days, the Master of Unlocking, just the terrible, funny dialogue from the first one. I've been through the whole series. I've played almost every Resident Evil. There are a couple I haven't played, and I'm not going to say I'm not a diehard because I didn't play every exact fucking Resident Evil game. Didn't play Gaiden. I don't like handheld games. I didn't play those rail shooter ones. What was it? Survivor and the Dark Side and the Umbrella Chronicles. Didn't play those. But that doesn't make me any less of a fan. I love Resident Evil. I've been with Resident Evil since literally day one. A lot of people don't know this, but Resident Evil was made a long time ago. But it wasn't called Resident Evil. It was called Sweet Home. I believe it was called Sweet Home. That's where Resident Evil originated. Not saying that was Resident Evil, but that's where Resident Evil kind of took off from there. Okay? It was basically, you're in a mansion, it's an RPG. That's what Resident Evil took from Sweet Home. Been around since those days, okay? So, I know my Resident Evil. I love my Resident Evil. Yeah, there's been Resident Evil games in the series that have been hot garbage, but by default, I love them because I'm a Resident Evil fan. I may have not played the rail shooters or Gaiden, but I like them. You know why? Because they're Resident Evil. Anything Resident Evil I like. Resident Evil 6. One of the worst Resident Evils ever. I loved it. I loved it. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I loved it because why? It was Resident Evil. The Resident Evil movies. Loved them. Because it's Resident Evil. So, I'll tell you that. Big Resident Evil guy. I've been there since the beginning. So, trust me when I tell you that I am beyond excited for Resident Evil 2. Thank you, Capcom, for finally giving us something that we asked for. It looked a little gloomy at first. Like, y'all got me when y'all put the Resident Evil 2 remake on the PlayStation panel and you gave us the Devil May Cry 5. And don't get me wrong, Devil May Cry, good series. Fun fact, the first Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil 4. But it was too actiony at the time, so it became its own thing. But a lot of non-diehard Resident Evil fans don't know that originally Dante was going to be a new character brought into the Resident Evil universe, and Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil 4. So thank you, Capcom, for not making that Resident Evil 4, because yeah, it's a cool game, but it's not a Resident Evil game. Come on, let's just be honest. But anyway, y'all had me, man. I thought we were not going to get a Resident Evil this year. But I'm glad we are. But alright, Hard. So that's the little tale of a small development company and a fan-made remake that got stopped. But then the developers were flown out. And Capcom basically brought them onto the project. So, are y'all excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake? You gotta let me know. You gotta leave some comments in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Are y'all ready? Are you not ready? Do you think this game's gonna be good? Do you think the game's gonna be bad? Not do you think the game is bad? Because we haven't got it yet, so I don't know. But do you think it's gonna be bad? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, Hard, this has been your boy Hard Gamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness.